The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was Nintendo's first 3D Legend of Zelda game. It was critically acclaimed. It got a perfect score from both IGN and GameSpot, receiving a Metacritic rating of 99, which rests at the highest score out of all of the games on the site. It is considered the greatest game of all time by many gamers. It was the fifth installment in the series and it was released on November 21st, 1998 on the Nintendo 64. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a timeless classic that has affected the lives of many gamers, in some cases bringing in people who never played games before. Even though the game is almost 17 years old, the graphics and gameplay still hold up to this day. In this game you play as a young boy named Link who is destined to save the land of Hyrule from Ganondorf, a man who is extremely powerful, dangerous and evil. The quest in this game is very epic. You fight giant monsters, traverse the steepest of mountains, conquer the desert and even travel through time itself. The game is centered around the damage that Ganondorf has caused to the land, which took place while you're locked up in the Sacred Realm, so you could grow up to be the hero that is physically able to defeat him. When you are ready to obtain the Master Sword, a legendary blade designed to defeat Ganondorf, you run into him and are reminded that although you have come a long way in your quest, he still overpowers you. The sword is in the Temple of Time, which is dedicated to protecting the blade until a worthy hero can acquire it. Once you take the sword out of the pedestal, it is revealed that it is the key to traveling through time. You awaken after a deep sleep and are now an adult, able to go between the two ages by going back to the temple. It is revealed that Ganondorf wanted you to be trapped so he could spread evil upon the land. Time travel is an important feature as two of the dungeons in the game feature both child and adult Link sections. When you face Ganondorf for the last time, you are way more powerful than you were as a child. The battle is broken up into two stages, one of the stages being the beast, Ganon. You're in a cathedral that is literally fallen apart due to the raw power of the battle and you're using light arrows to weaken him. You deflect his energy balls with a Master Sword, which you were unable to do as a child. Once you have defeated him, you need to escape with Princess Zelda. This was the first Legend of Zelda game where you played in a 3D perspective. There was a new combat system which allowed for dodging, backflips and more advanced blocking using the shield. There was a new feature called Z targeting, which was a lock-on system that allowed you to strafe around an enemy while still looking at them. This combat system made it so that rather than sloppily swinging strikes at enemies, you could lock onto them and hit them with precision. This was considered to be the first time a game had successfully implemented a lock-on system that allowed for you to strafe around an enemy. The game's narrative had been improved significantly since the last Zelda game. At the time, the technology allowed for cinematic in-game cutscenes which helped to add to the narrative. There are several interesting NPCs that you meet along the way that have lots of quests to give you, and lots of things to tell you. You are given a guide throughout the game called Navi. She is a useful guide for first timers, but once you get to your second playthrough she gets annoying, as she repeatedly tells you to listen to things that you already know about the game. In this game you're given new items that allow you to traverse the landscape in new ways, such as a hookshot which allows you to get up to higher places and across gaps. The map is quite large, so you acquire a horse named Epona that makes travelling around the land of Hyrule much easier and quicker. The 3D perspective along with the new items and movements allowed for many new types of puzzles. There was an item called Ocarina of Time which makes for very interesting puzzle solving. It allows you to create blocks, change the weather, reveal hidden items, warp to different locations and permit you into the Temple of Time. There have been a few versions of this game, such as the GameCube version which you got for pre-order in Zelda Wind Waker. It added a new quest called Master Quest which made dungeons more difficult. There was also a version on the 3DS which had updated graphics and new features such as the boss battle mode. This version made Master Quest have a mirrored map and you took double damage. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time deserved all the praise that it received. It innovated in so many fields, being one of the earliest games that made it feel as if you were in a fully fleshed out world. The graphics and gameplay were very influential at the time and the entire experience this game created is always worth playing one more time. I would highly recommend that if you have not played this game that you should get it on the 3DS or Virtual Console.